massive mad mini cheddars. I'm sorry. Hi.
Hello.
It's us.
Again.
In a park.
Peel Park.
Little snorkels. Anyway.
Today we're going to talk about our first year of university experience. We've got a few little notes, and by a few notes I mean literally 5 bullet points. Well, should we give them a little briefing about our course?
Yeah, we take photos.
We do a BA Honours photography at Salford Uni, if that's a bit more specific.
Our building's over there, you can't see it, but it's that way.
Yeah, we both lived in halls of residence.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, right behind you.
Yeah, you also
And we
can't
lived
see
in
that.
Peel Park Quarter. It was a nice experience. So we found that our experience with lectures and like our course was very, very different to what a lot of people.
To a normal course.
Yeah, to normal courses.
To an academic course.
That's the word we're looking for.
Yeah.
As we're an arts course. We look at very interesting out there stuff a lot of the time, and it's very
Penises
different.
and dead people.
We just sell them. Lectures. So we went to 2 a week. One which was, sometimes 3 a week at the start of the year, but then
Yeah.
we had like an average of 2 to 3 lectures a week, and then we had workshops and tutorials.
We see a lot of things that we don't want to see. Penises and dead people.
It's an interesting course.
Yeah.
It's funny because we have 5 lecturers on our course, and each of them specialise in different areas, so we get like a very wide range of different things that we learn about.
And as well as that, they're very, very different people.
They're all so lovely though.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway, we have
shit.
very weird lectures sometimes.
They're fun though.
Yeah, they're fun and they're very weird. They're not like normal lectures. Moving on.
Trips.
Yeah, we went to a field trip to a field.
Yeah, we went to a literal field,
I got
and
to
I sunk.
I got to walk a dog because
We
I was
went to-
feeling very
what was
sad,
it?
so
It was
I got
a
to walk a
peat
dog.
bog, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I'm holding this between my legs, it looks a bit weird. There was a peat bog, and we stopped following the guides because we got confused as to where we were going, and I led us into a really big sinky bit, and I sunk.
Meanwhile, I was holding a dog, so I was like, oh my god, I'm going to sink
She just
myself
walked
and this
past.
dog.
You just went.
Yeah.
You were like, sorry.
Yeah,
like
I'm
you
sorry.
looked at me in a moment of understanding of like, I can't do anything right now, and I have to save this dog.
Yeah, I was not sinking somebody else's dog. I was stressed.
Yeah. So I sunk into the peat bog. I was like ankle deep in mud that I couldn't get out of, and we had to take my shoes off, and then one of my lecturers had to dig the shoe out of the mud because we couldn't leave it there because we were in a nature preserve area, and then I had to walk back to the coach without any shoes on. It was traumatic.
It was funny.
My jeans never fully came clean either.
I was surprised. No. I took Uber my room after that day because I had mud all over my floor when I took a break off.
Actually, that video is on the YouTube channel. It's just unlisted.
yeah,
we need to edit it properly because currently it's 1 hour and 5 minutes long.
Yeah, but we didn't get you stuck in the mud on
No, we
video.
didn't.
Because
But
we were
we
too
were at
busy
the
trying
peat
to.
bog.
Yeah, we were too busy trying to get her out of the mud.
You don't know how much I wish I'd filmed that peat bog.
Yeah.
I just think me sinking into it. There was a moment where I literally was sitting there thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna have to come out and rescue.
Could you imagine? I would have cried.
I was in complete and utter panic. It took me a moment to realise I was in mud and I could just take my shoes off and walk away.
Anyway,
I didn't need to come out and rescue. That's university. We also go to art galleries
Yeah.
and we put on costumes because that's fun. Insert picture here. Okay, so we're going to talk about halls next and where we lived, which was the beautiful Peel Park Quarter. Really nice accommodation. I think it's the 3rd best in the country.
Yeah.
And it is really nice accommodation. It's really modern and it's very nice.
Very bright. I had a purple room.
It sells out every year. My room was orange.
This colour, but more vibrant.
It was more orange than that. It wasn't even mini cheddar's orange. It was darker than that.
Anyway.
I don't know if that's the right orange, but
Anyway, her room was orange. Mine was
it was
purple.
kind of lovely though. It was cosy, and it was an interesting experience living in halls because I moved in with a really close friend, and
We'll leave it at that.
it was an interesting experience because you live between 4 other people, 4 people total in a flat to 10, and we had a friend in a 10-person flat, and it was all lads and her. It was chaos, I think. Then my flat was a 7-person flat, which was
Mine
interesting.
was 6. 4 boys, 2 girls.
I don't know why I always thought yours was a 5.
Well, it was definitely 6.
Yeah, no, it was. I
Yeah.
just
No, it was 5. Yeah, it was 5.
I did think it was 5.
3 boys, 2 girls. Did I say 4 girls? 4 boys at first.
Yeah.
3 boys, 2 girls.
Okay, I'm glad we established that.
You meet friends in halls. We met because
we've
of
met
halls.
because of halls, yeah.
we
So, like,
would have met on the course
Any
anyway.
advice we can give you is like, like, go out of your comfort zone, go meet people.
If you live in halls, you could be doing this time next year.
I'm just going to put it out there. Everyone says, oh, buy a doorstop because you'll leave your door unstopped in the week. I maybe did that. I did that. And, like, I had one conversation through doing that. Because I'd leave it open in the morning and, like, whilst I was doing stuff. And, like, or even in the evenings, like, I had one conversation through doing that. I found all my flatmates before I moved here, through Facebook group chats. And, like, they're so helpful. Because, you know, it relieves so much anxiety to know that you know some of the people.
It took me forever to find my flatmates. It got to like August and I'd found like one. I was like...
There were 3 of us, and that's because 2 of us booked together that we'd found at the start of the year, and then we found everyone else after results day, I think.
Mental health.
Yeah, do you want to discuss this? Because you can hit the lead on this, because you've experienced mental health here a lot more than I had.
Okay, so I'll talk about the darkest time at uni.
I'll talk about the darkest time at uni. That was dramatic. I really enjoyed that.
It all started the day we was at the field, right? And I don't know what happened.
She's a very stressed person.
Yeah, basically. And something clicked and I started feeling very not with it. I remember like you were talking to me and I was like, just stop talking please, I don't want to talk to you right now. But I didn't want to say it because like if I say that, it's going to come across as really rude, so I was kind of like, yeah. People get up to me asking me questions, I was like, don't please. And then I was talking to Caroline about it, and she was like, Caitlin, give us your dog. That's how I started walking the dog. And then it stressed me out more because I thought I was going to sink the dog. I was like, I
thought I was going to sink the dog.
Yeah. So I was stressed because of the course, and I was stressed because I was like, I'm going to sink my lecturer's dog, and then she's going to hate me. And then, one thing led to another. Then I started crying in front of somebody, my lecturer. So yeah, that's that.
Maybe we should discuss more the support available.
Yeah,
you're getting onto that.
Yeah, I'm getting onto that. I'm telling the story.
I feel like that's That's what we're saying.
That's the story. So basically, this lecturer I cried in front of, she helped me very much. So that's why you should talk to people, because she emailed the support team, the mental wellbeing team for me. Then I spoke to them. Then she rang the doctors for me so I could go and see them about it. She came in at like 9 o'clock so I could sit there with her while she rang the doctors.
Basically your lecturers care and your university gives a shit, and you know,
talk to people.
Talk to somebody.
You know,
like, even if it's student union squirrels
like
back.
even if it's somebody on your course. So yeah, talk to friends. Talk to lecturers.
Go to the student union because they have mental health support at most of them, I'm pretty sure.
If you don't know how to get to your mental wellbeing team, email somebody. Yeah. Talk to somebody, ask somebody how to get to them.
You're not on your own.
Yeah, and if you want to go to the wellbeing team with somebody, ask somebody.
Yeah, because everyone wants to help you. They want to make sure you have the most successful time at university.
Like when I was going through the depressive state, I was shown different people who I could talk to, like throughout the entire building.
Yeah, there'll be support systems in place to help you. Like I struggled like a little bit with just some like personal, like they weren't like big things, they were just little things that got me really upset. And like you have support there, because like I just went to you and I was like, hey, I'm having this issue, like I just want to talk, and you were like, here you go, I'm here to support you. Yeah. You know, you're not going through things on your own.
Like you don't even need to be a lecturer, like she said, you can talk to your friend.
Like, you know, because there are going to be people who can help. Who's that?
Yeah. And talking about it makes you feel better. It makes me feel better. So yeah, that's that. Yeah.
So, we're model students.
Yeah, we got 2. I got 2 first.
Yeah, I got 1 first.
I got 2.
I got a 2-2. I got 1 2-2. 4 2-1s and 1 first.
Got first, 2-1, 2-2, 2-1, first. Then we passed out in the islands.
Yeah, we passed. Oh yeah. Technically, I got 3 2-1s then, and I passed 1 because 1's just a pass-fail module. And we learnt a thing or two about the fact that during coursework,
the night before it's due.
Yeah, it's probably not the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But we've also gotten firsts that way. So.
But that urban and rural one where we spent the entire day in the library, that was my worst one.
We've basically developed a habit where we go with all of our friends on our course to the library who live on campus, and we go to the library and sit there for 24 hours straight and do all the work at once, because we're really bad at procrastinating.
Yeah, so we end up doing like 6 weeks worth of work.
To be fair, that's the written work.
Yeah.
We do all of our photo shoots early.
We do like 6 weeks worth of written work in like a day.
It's really funny. My 2 modules that I got the highest and lowest mark from were both during lockdown.
My 2 first were during lockdown. I was like, how?
I'm the problem.
Yeah, it's you. She is literally the problem. And the 2 modules where she was not around to distract me, I did well in.
My last module, I just kind of gave up on it because I was in lockdown and I was like, I'm so uninspired, and I was having a very angsty phase.
Honestly,
I thought, you know what, I'm done.
I was so expecting to get like a 50 or something. I was so expecting to get a 2-2 in that one. Then when I saw 70, I was like, have you met this rat? But I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, you're not going to bring that up.
No.
So yeah,
don't do your coursework 24 hours before the deadline because you'll fail.
Especially as you go into second year, because that's what we're going to have to learn now, because everything counts towards our degree. We just talked about making friends now.
Yeah. Talk to people.
Yeah. Okay, so if you go into university, you've got to remember that every single person there is in the same boat. Like, most people have just moved away from their families for the very first time. They're in new places that they don't know very well, and they're just as nervous as you.
I'd like to point out that it's not like high school or college where you get all the bitchy people, because
yeah, people aren't really like
this
that.
is how I see it. In high school, you have all the bitchy people because like everyone has to be there. And in college, you kind of lose like half of the bitchy people because some people just don't want to get a job, so they just go to college anyway. Then by the time they get to uni, they're all gone.
Everyone's paying $9,000 a year to be here.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna be nice.
But also, like, everyone's like, they're all in the same situation as you, where you've just moved away from home and you're on your own for the first time, and it is scary. But the university does a lot of stuff to help you make friends.
It's very rare that there'll be somebody who knows somebody else on the course. Like,
Yeah.
I know I did, but
Yeah, I didn't know anybody on the course going in.
like,
But
I don't
know
if anyone else knew anyone beforehand, apart from me and Naomi.
And there were a few people, but I don't know.
But it weren't like big groups. It was just like 2
No,
people
like the
who
odd
knew each
couple
other.
of people, yeah. Like Alex and Ellie.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the topic. The university helps. They make Facebook groups a lot of the time. Like, our uni made a Facebook group for everybody starting the year we started. And then they also, like, within that, everyone makes course group chats. So we knew about 30 people on our course before we even before we went. Like, we talked on Facebook before we met. I think maybe.
I remember you commenting on one of my Instagram posts from Disney. You're like, "Oh my god, this outfit," and I was like, "Yes." Then we talked about sex because just after I come back from London, you're like, "Oh my god, I really want to see it on tour." I was like, "Me too."
Yeah, and then I came back from Disneyland Paris, and you were like, "Oh my god, I'm going to Disney World," and so like you add people on Facebook, and you kind of get a vibe of who you're going to be friends with. Like, I knew when I added Leah on Facebook, I was like, "I'm going to be friends with this girl," and now we live together.
Yeah.
So yeah, we met because we had a group chat that we were both in, and I knew some people had moved into accommodation the days I had, and I'd been in like a day or 2, and Leah had been in a day, I think.
Yeah, I think what date do you
move? It was
move?
the second day. I moved on the 9th.
I think I moved on the 10th.
Yes, we've both been there a few days, and I just messaged into a group chat. I was like, "Hey, does anybody want to come over and play Cards Against Humanity tonight?"
Of course, I said yes.
So yeah, she said that, and it was like awkward at first. It was really awkward because we were like, "Hello."
You were like, "Hi." I don't know why, but you definitely did not look like how I expected you to look.
You didn't look like how I expected.
I
No,
thought
you kind of did.
I thought you were going to be taller. I don't know why.
I did talk about being 5'2" in the group chat.
I don't remember this.
I think me and somebody were bonding over it.
And yeah, I just remember seeing your profile picture, and it was just like a face. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I just imagine you being a bit taller.
Yeah,
that was that.
I really catfished you there. Then we basically I invited you to come freshers with us because you had a wristband and I had a wristband. I was like, "Oh, do you want to come with us? Because you've not got anyone to go with, you can come with us." Because I had a few friends I've made in my flat as well through group chats, and I knew somebody. And and then we went to freshers together. Yeah. And then we went to a lot of the welcome activities together.
We went to afternoon tea.
Yeah, we went to afternoon tea because at the uni, like, they do the freshers activities, like the nighttime club events, but stuff that gets a lot less hype is like the daytime events.
Do the daytime events.
So much fun because you get to know each other a bit better. Like when you're sitting there having afternoon tea, or like in like you're running like on bungee cords or something because like you're not drunk.
Yeah. We just clip. I can't get clip that.
Yeah, and like friendships form very easily.
Yeah.
Then I think the rest of the friends we made in our little group now, I met one of the girls on the first day, and she was in my group for the welcome week activities, And then she was, because I wanted to change groups, because my timetable was the worst group at first. So I found someone willing to swap with me. And I was like, oh, this girl's in my group that I'm going into, and she seems really nice. And then I was asked, I was like, oh, where are you living? And she's like, oh, I'm in Lowry 1. I was like, oh, me too, let's walk back together. And then we agreed to meet up every morning.
I remember when we were going to our first lecture, I walked right past Liv because I had no idea what she looked like.
Yeah, that's Liv. I'm talking about her as if you don't, like, she's never been in the video or something.
Yeah,
That's Liv.
I walked right past her because I'm not good with faces, I'm better with names, so I just walked right past her, and then I saw you walk up to her and I was like,
That's Liv.
okay.
That's who we're meeting.
I remember once when we were doing in the dirt room, I remember Jessie and Ellie coming up to me and saying, oh, good luck, Lee. I was like, who are you? I don't know who you are.
Yeah, our first module on our course was in the dark room. So we spent the entire first 6 weeks of our course in a literal room that's pitch black half the time. And like you can't see anything, but also you're all in it together because you're all wandering around this dark room that's pitch black trying to wind film onto a canister.
Yeah, and trying to not spill chemicals.
Yeah, it's a bonding activity, that, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we basically just started talking to people in our groups and who we were doing lessons with, and we all kind of clicked eventually, and we all became this little cute group.
Yeah, we also went to Liverpool.
Yeah, we went to a Liverpool trip where we all walked around the Tate. We went to the Keith Haring exhibition. Yeah. It was cool.
We had these chips and they were horrible.
Oh my god, those chips were so bad.
No, I don't know why that's relevant.
Don't write. Liverpool, you know the docks near the Tate? Don't go to the double-decker bus that sells chips. I just spat then, I'm that passionate about this. Do not go to the double-decker bus with the chips.
Oh, the chips.
The chips. Grass is very damp around us, I just realised.
I think that's it.
Also,
if you want to move into a house, look early.
Yeah, we found a really good house that we really like. Oh, I really like it.
I really like it too.
And I have a really nice room.
I like my room, it's very bright, I have big windows.
We did this thing where, here's a good one for idea. Like for second year housing, find a group.
Of people who you like.
Yeah, like you know you're going to be able to live with. So we're living with one of my friends who moved to this university this year. We're living with one of my past flatmates from last year and then us two.
Yeah.
Basically, I got all my friends together and I was like, hey, do you want to come live with each other? They were like, yeah,
literally, the three of us only really close to her, and she's close to all three of us.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just going to bring three of my closest mates together and just see what happens. And I got to pick the first room. I got to pick my room first because I did all the hard work. I found the house. I got a group together. I arranged the viewing. I read all the contracts. I sorted out, I did everything, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think.
I'm happy with my room though.
Me too.
The only thing I don't like is the fact that it's downstairs. I heard noises last night and I thought someone was going to break in.
I heard that. Someone was walking around.
Yeah. I was like,
who was that?
I don't know. I was like, please don't. At first, I'm assuming it was like rain or something. It was on the bin like... Then I heard someone walking upstairs.
It was very intense rain, and then I heard someone walking. I was like, who the fuck is walking around? Did I lock the door? I didn't deadbolt the door last night. I forgot to do it. I don't know if anyone else did it, but I didn't do it.
It was the thing that you twist was like locked this morning when I woke up.
Right, that's good to know then.
I unlocked it when my dad came.
Find people you know you're able to live with, and have these conversations early because you need to figure out what's going on.
When do we think find out? Like December or something? November.
We signed the contract by the last. We'd found the house by mid-November, and we signed the contract by the end of November, start of December. And it was really early, and we had a contract that started in July because we'd planned to move out of student accommodation and straight into the house.
But obviously we couldn't do that.
Corona had different plans. That's first year of university.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'd say that now. I should have said that in the mental health part, but it's okay to cry.
I think now we'll add a few videos from our first year of university to enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry? We'll take Becky here tomorrow. Yeah.
Yay!
That's how Bella goes for drunk.
On a throne, in a promise that I have to won't bring me some presentation on the bone.
Come here, boy. And that's how Leah flirts in the clubs.
Dog. Woof woof. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Is that a dead bug?
I don't know, we need to carry on talking about lectures.
There's a dead bug in front of me. How can I keep talking about lectures?